Okay, so I'm going to show you how I farmed Kala's teleport pad. It's going to be hard to show because it doesn't show how much mastery you get, because a lot of it kind of requires you do certain things in a certain order. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and change this over to Nest. And I find that Aviary is a very good one because it's one of the bigger maps. Map effect, there is no map effects. And then extras, you do want favors monsters because you want your teammates to die. Wild population, I do it as high, so that way I can get zapped by mammoth birds more. I am going to do a 40-minute round length for Nest. Reinforcement time, I put it at the max at 2 minutes because I don't want my teammates to get to me. Strikes, I put as infinite. I don't care if they go down. The teammates are usually bad about it. And then everything else basically stays on. So we're going to go ahead and start. I'm going to laugh ironically if this was the time I get an Elder Kraken and I can't show you how to farm the elite. Okay, regular Kraken. Okay, so for this team, what I choose is you want movement speed because you want to cross the map a lot. Customized team, I've found that the best team to work with this is Laz because he doesn't heal as well as others because you want to keep your hit points low. And I find that the best monster to do this with is in fact Goliath, just because he's actually really good about killing teammates, and he's relatively good at crossing the crossing the map. Crow is decent. Crow or Abe are fine, and then I picked Torvald. I've had the most luck with him. Honestly, most of the assaults are fine except for the Markovs. You don't want them to put mines everywhere. Basically, you don't want any kind of deployables on your team because the monster will destroy deployables, and he'll ignore your teleporter pads most of the time. So we'll go ahead and go into this match of Aviary. I think, though, after this, after I show everyone this, I think I probably will be done streaming for today. My kids are rambunctious. I think that they're calling for... Oh, fair enough. I think they're calling for a veto. Okay. So the first thing you want to do is you want to put a teleport directly to the west. I use the left click on the PC. I don't know what button it is on the controllers because I know that they have different buttons for it. I put the orange one there because it's in green area, so when I go there I'm reminded because you're going to be casting the teleport ability and redeploy it often. So I like that area because the green reminds me, oh, put down the orange, whereas when I go outside it's snowing, and that makes perfect sense for the purple or blue one, however you want to call it. So the first thing is you want to go ahead, throw a blue one down there because we're just going to come back to the spot. If you see wildlife, feel free to get hit by it. It doesn't matter. You will need low health eventually. And then I put my first teleporter, my orange one, over in this little section back here. Sometimes there's a tyrant in the water, so just be careful with it. And as soon as my teleporter is done, I'll warp through to put me back over in this area. And then I'm going to go on the eastern side of the map. The nice thing about the AI is that they leash to you, so they won't go after a lot of the eggs on their way. Now, at this point, sometimes the monster will go ahead and hatch an egg early. Whenever the monster hatches an egg, it means he's going to engage, and it also means you're going to have an AI minion beeline straight towards you. If you hear the monster thudding around, make sure you cloak. I don't want this guy to hit me. There we go. I don't want any more to hit me. Yeah, that's fine. You want to cloak because you don't want the monster to engage you. You want him to engage your teammates. Basically, your team will stay engaged with the monster for a while and buy you time, which is what you want. And then you put your other teleporter anywhere along up here. I usually clear this area of monsters. Wildlife, I should say. And then this is where you put down your purple or blue one. So notice that there's about 390 meters between the two. So now all we have to do is clip the monster. This is bad. They shouldn't have domes because I don't want to go into the dome. Actually, you know what? I don't care. I'll just replace it eventually. So what you want to do is you want to hit the monster with your beam weapon just because it's got a good range and you know that you hit it. Once you hit it, immediately go through your portal because you're less than half health. And congratulations, you just got 250, 300 meters. As soon as you come out here, you want to replace it. So remember, green means orange. If you also have other teammates come through, that's fine. It doesn't really matter. And then you port towards the monster, and you get a couple of meters distance. Doesn't make too much of... and see, that's why I don't like putting it in the dome. And that's why you don't like to put it in the dome, because he'll destroy it. Now I have to go all the way across to deploy a new one. I don't really care about any of my teammates. But that's basically what you do. I'll try and do it one more time to get a good scenario where you can see the full thing in action. But you can quickly wrap up 400 or 500 meters within about 5-10 seconds, and then you just repeat. The most ideal situation ever would be that Laz is on the dropship, and you're at less than half health, and the monster is engaged. So I'm going to cloak because I just saw the monster. I don't think he was going to engage me. I think he had too low of armor, but just never hurts to be safe. And I do want to get hit one more time, so I'm going to have this guy zap me. Because I was cloaked, that's why I shot him, because otherwise he wouldn't have seen me, and he wouldn't have zapped me. However, I am relatively low on health, so I need to be very careful not to actually die. It does happen once in a while. The only ones you have to really worry about are blitz leopards if you're really low, but they take a while to kill you. Eventually, you'll learn what kind of like where all the pockets of wildlife are. And here we go. We put down a blue one. And then you basically just wait. The best way I found about farming this is wait for the monster to engage you here. You have good line of distance. You can shoot it once or twice, go through your portal, quickly replace it, spawn back and forth. Because if the monster gets domed here, I'm still in a good spot because the monster won't go against this back wall unless one of your teammates do. And usually you can avoid that if the hunters are like down on this platform and they're engaging the monster and distracting him. So let me go ahead and wait for the monster to armor up, because right now he doesn't have much armor. He's probably armoring up and then go to an egg. He might even evolve. Cool. Note to anyone, like, you know, I know that some streamers allow this and stuff, but if you go into somebody's stream and just talk shit and stuff like that, you're kind of an idiot.
I don't talk shit, I show shit.
Pretty much. But I have a very short tolerance for people that are just going to come in here and poop all over stuff. Okay, so my teammates are coming back, which means Laz. You basically want to stay away from Laz. You know, you don't want him to come near you because then he'll use his stupid healing burst, and all of that damage that you took will be for naught. Sometimes you have to go and find the actual monster and actually get purposely hit by a charge or a Reavers. Reavers do pretty good damage. Go away, Laz.
Take care of this egg now.
Whatever. But a lot of times, and then sometimes you just have to catch a rock with your teeth. Okay, so if you see the minion health bar, this is the great thing about this. You know that the other AI is shortly right behind him. So I'm going to go ahead, and as soon as I do, there he is. So I'm going to go damage and go through the portal. Quickly replace it with a new one so that I don't have to wait 15 seconds. And then I teleport back, and then rinse and oh my gosh, he destroyed it again. So this is a really bad example. Normally that blue one almost never gets destroyed. Actually, both of these never really get destroyed very often. I was just having a lot of bad luck. But that's basically what you do. You rinse and repeat. I think the most I got was 2,800 meters in one game. Because I did a really good job of just bouncing back and forth. And that's basically how you can get the elite skin by farming for teleporter pads. So hopefully that was good. The beam, if you do need help defend and Kraken, pretty much any team, but I like, you know, Rogue Val, Parnell, all those kinds of people, which is good. So now we're going to play with portals for a little bit. No! Cool. Well, thank you for watching. I'm going to go ahead and get some dinner, but that is how you elite the teleport pads. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. You guys have been great, and I will see you guys around. Talk to you later.